Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Mary Love, and welcome back to my channel, Country Living. Today is Wednesday, and we have church on Wednesday nights, so it's kind of hard for me to get things ready for a dinner unless it's something that I can put in the crock pot. So what I'm going to be making today is meatballs and gravy with mashed potatoes. That way I can cook it now, and I can put it in my crock pot and keep it on warm until we get home from church this evening. So, let me put some glasses on here where I can read this recipe. And y'all have to excuse the stain on my shirt. I don't wear my good clothes when I'm cooking because I will get everything under the sun on the front of my t-shirt because I am hard on t-shirts. So, for the meatballs, now I'll put the original recipe in the description box, but I'm going to cut the recipe in half. So I'm going to be using 1 pound of hamburger meat. It calls for a small onion. I'm going to use, that's about half of a small onion, and 1 egg and salt and pepper, which I'm using nature seasoning. The oven's heated up. Got to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And these meatballs, once you get them mixed up, are going to cook in the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. So we're going to get this in here. Get you down here where you can see. Alrighty. We got the hamburger meat in there. Give that just a little bit of a squishy up. Throw some onion in there. Get that big piece out. I don't like big pieces of onion. Give this egg a little bit of a mix. And we're going to throw some nature seasoning in here. I think that ought to do it. Now we're going to mix this up. And that's all there is to these meatballs. Now if there's anything else that you want to add to it, you could add some Lipton onion soup mix or breadcrumbs or just whatever. But this is what the recipe calls for, so this is what I'm doing. Mix it up really good. And then these are going to go on the sheet pan. And like I said, they're going to bake in the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. Alright, let me wash my hands and I'll be right back. Alrighty, now we're going to make up these meatballs. I washed my hands so I could get my pan and not get grease all over it. And we're going to make these up. That's about the size of a walnut. And that's about the perfect size. So we're going to see how many we can get out of this. A little bit shy. Now my husband, he likes Swedish meatballs, but I've not found a good recipe for Swedish meatballs. So if you have one, let me know, because I would love to find a good recipe for them. One that don't break the bank trying to make them. And I'm going to fix my mashed potatoes in my Instant Pot, so that won't take very long. This sounds really good. I'm hoping that it'll be good. The gravy I'm going to make with beef broth. Their recipe calls for beef consomme, but I don't really care for the taste of beef consomme. It's got a kind of a strong taste to it to me, and I don't really care for that. So I'm just using beef broth with some flour and butter and some cream after it's done. Alright, I'm going to put this on pause for just a little bit, and I'm going to get these finished up, and then we'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. Alright, out of a pound of hamburger meat, I got 16 meatballs. And like I said, they're about the size of walnuts. So we're going to put these in the oven. Put them on 35 minutes. And now I'm going to get the gravy. I'm going to go ahead and make my gravy now. And, oh, now there's the butter. It takes 2 tablespoons of butter. So there's the butter. And 4 tablespoons of flour. We're going to get that on. Let that butter melt. Helps if you leave the burner turned up. Get me a whisk. And that puts a weird looking, oh, there we go, no glare. We're going to let this butter melt. Then we'll throw the butter in there and let that, or the flour in there, and let that cook for just a little bit. Kind of get that raw flour taste off. And then we'll add about 11 ounces. It's a soup can of beef broth. I love the smell of onions cooking. Absolutely love it. It smells so good. Now after this gets done and thickens up, then I'll add some milk. It calls for cream, but I don't have any, so you got to use what you got. Alright, now we're going to add the flour. Stir that up. Let that heat up for just a little bit. Well, you get that flour and butter mixed in, and then it just clumps up on you, and it's hard to get it to cook. So now we're going to go ahead and add this beef broth. That'll help thin it out. Get that in there, because this won't take but just a little bit, and it'll be thick. Alrighty, I think we got all the lumps out. And I might add just a touch of Worcestershire sauce to this. I will. I'll be right back. Well, no dub sauce, but I got some A1 steak sauce, so I may add just about a teaspoon of that to it once it starts to thicken up. This is like watching paint dry, ain't it? I bet if I stop stirring it, it'll probably get heated up and start thickening up. I just have to learn to keep my hands out of the pot. Okay. Any day now. Okay, I got stirred. I can't just stand here. Okay, it's starting to thicken up. I can look at it and see a change. Yeah, all day long here in southeast Oklahoma, it's looked like it was going to rain all day. Not a drop yet. And Lord knows we need the rain. It is so dry here. The last 2, maybe 3 weeks, the temperature every day has been in the hundreds. Now that's thickening up. We definitely, desperately need rain. Yeah, I was watching the Farm and Pastor's Wife a little earlier, and she was having a celebration on her channel because she reached 90,000 subscribers, and that is awesome. I mean, that's just unreal to me. And me, I'm praying that I get at least 50 subscribers by my birthday next month. I would be just as ecstatic over that. But now she's been doing this a lot longer than I have, so congratulations, Leslie, on 90,000 subscribers. That is just amazing to me. Alrighty. We're going to shut this off. We're going to pour just a little bit of this A1 in here, not much. Just a little bit. A couple of few drops. There, that's enough. It'll also help give it a little bit darker color. Ooh, that smells good. Alright, now we're going to add some milk, slowly, because I don't think I'm going to use all this milk. Yeah, I guess we're going to. Alright, there's the gravy made. Alrighty. Put it in there. Let's give this just a little bit of a taste and see what this tastes like. I think it'll be good. That's not bad. That tastes pretty good. Alright, we're going to leave that sitting right there. And now, I got to peel some potatoes. I'm going to put them in my Instant Pot. Excuse me, I felt like I had something on my face. I'm going to put them in my Instant Pot and let those cook. Excuse the hair, it's a hot mess again today. It's too hot to do anything with it. So, but I'm going to get that going and then we'll be back here momentarily, so don't go anywhere. Alright, I got my potatoes in my Instant Pot. This is a little 3-quart Instant Pot and I absolutely love it. Put the lid on it, make sure it's on sealing, push pressure cook, and I've got it on 7 minutes. We're going to go up 1 more minute and let it do its thing. And here in just a few minutes, I'll have potatoes ready to make mashed potatoes with. So, I got 20 more minutes on my meatballs, and we'll take those out, and I'm going to get my crock pot ready so that I can pour those in the crock pot, and then I'll pour the gravy over them and put that on warm so it'll stay warm till we get home. But we'll be back here in just a little while, so don't go anywhere. Alrighty, there's the meatballs. I put them on the paper towel to kind of drain some of that grease off before I put them in that gravy. So I'm going to be getting the potatoes ready here in just a minute, so I'll be right back. Alright, we're going to put some of these potatoes down in this bowl. There's the crock pot. So we're going to take a few of these meatballs in this gravy. And my suggestion, when you're making the meatballs, if you try this recipe, use extra lean hamburger meat. I used the 7327 and they shrunk up about half. So, let me get you down here. There's what it looks like. Meatballs and gravy with mashed potatoes. And yes, I gotta have salt. Lord help me, that's my only vice. Well, may not be my only one, but the doc would just as soon I get off of it, but that ain't happening. Alrighty, let's give this a try. Lord, bless this food to the nourishment of my body in the name of Jesus. It's going to be hot. I can already tell. That's not bad. That ain't bad at all. I would make this again, except next time I would use extra lean hamburger meat. Yep. That'll work. Took about 40 minutes tops maybe, but a quick little meal. It's already done, so when we get home from church this evening, my husband won't have to wait for me to cook. All I gotta do is fix him a plate and voila, he's got dinner. So, simple little meal. I'll put the recipe in the description box below. But I hope you give this a try. And if you do, let me know what you thought about it. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I hope by the end of this video you will have seen or heard something that you liked. I hope something that will cause you to really consider subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all the subscribers I already have. Thank you so much. You just don't know what this means to me. If you do subscribe, please hit the bell notification so that every time I upload a new video, you will be notified. I know that subscribers come and go, but I do appreciate everyone that subscribes to my channel. I'm hoping that by my birthday next month that I will at least have 50 subscribers. That to me would just be amazing. So, fingers crossed, good Lord willing, and He always is. But with that, I will say good night, God bless, and until we meet again, I'll have a new recipe for something tomorrow. Might be a dinner idea, might be a sweet, who knows. But it'll be something. But God bless and take care.